Okay, so recap for today. Terrible day. Took one of the biggest losses today on gold, but we'll get into that. The morning started out pretty decent, however. It started on Bitcoin. The 4-hour range was marked, and I was on the 5-minute chart watching price move through the morning session. Bitcoin had been drifting lower inside the range, slowly and steadily, nothing alarming. Then it pushed below the range low, a clean break underneath the level. This was an excellent trade setup. The next candle closed back inside the range. That was the long signal. Price had swept below the range low, grabbed the liquidity sitting under it, stop losses, stop entries, all the orders that had built up below that level, and then it snapped back. You can see the sellers had lost control. That reversal candle closing inside the range was all I needed to see. So I checked the MACD. It was positive. Momentum is already pointing up, setup pointing up. So I put my entry on the close, stop loss at the low of the breakout candle, target at 2R. I decided to drop down to the 1-minute chart to get an entry this time. I sometimes do this. Bitcoin moved immediately. Strong green candles, barely any retracement trying to shake me out. 40 minutes later, it hit 2R. I closed it. A nearly $4,500 winner. The morning felt good. Too good as it turned out. So here's where the day changed. I switched over to gold. I try not to switch what I'm trading for the day like this, but the 4-hour range was already set, so I took a look. Gold had pushed above the range high. Then the next candle closed back inside. So that's a short signal. My MACD was negative, momentum pointing down. By every measure I used, this was a valid setup, but I was feeling something after that Bitcoin trade. Not arrogance exactly, more like momentum. Like the day had a rhythm to it. When I went to set my position size, I sized up, not outrageously, but a little bit more than I would on a standard trade. I told myself the setup was clean, I was reading the market well today, and there was no reason to leave money on the table. So my entry went on the close back inside the range right here, stop at the high of the breakout candle right here, target at 2R, everything placed. Gold dipped a tiny bit in my direction and then a dramatic reversal against me. It pushed back up toward the range high and I watched it reach the high of the breakout candle. Then I watched it take out my stop like it had been pointing to that level the entire time. Because I had sized up, what would normally be a controlled 1-hour loss hit very differently. $13,250 in the red, gone in under 2 hours. So I closed my platform. There was nothing else to do. Down nearly $14,000 on the day, so that makes me down net $8,900. The Bitcoin trade didn't make money today. It made the gold loss a little less expensive. So the hardest losses to understand are the ones where the setup was right, because if the setup was right and you still lost, you're now forced to look somewhere else for the explanation. And today the explanation wasn't the setup, it was my size on the position. Position size should never change because of how the previous trade went. That sounds obvious when you say it out loud, but in the moment after a clean $4,000 win, sometimes your brain starts drawing a connection between your confidence and the edge of your strategy. Like the market suddenly starts rewarding you personally, and it will keep doing it if you lean in harder. It won't. The market has no idea that you just won. It doesn't care. Your emotional state is completely irrelevant to what the price is going to do next. So you only want to size up when your system tells you to, when the risk parameters justify it, when the setup has additional confluence, when there is a structural reason to be more aggressive, not because you're on a hot streak and it feels like the right thing to do. Feelings are terrible for risk management, and today reminded me of that in a very difficult way, down nearly $14,000. It's not a nice feeling. By the way, if you're looking to start trading and want a reliable platform to do it on, or if you're already trading and your platform sucks, I use Exness. It has tight spreads, solid execution, and you can walk in the door with as little as $10. The link will be at the top of the description below and in the pinned comment. A winning trade doesn't earn you the right to size up. It just means the last trade worked. That's all it means.